Hi, everybody. I'm Dick Roberts, and I am at the track and in the presence of greatness. Gary Lee from ESPN. Turn around this way. Camera's over there.
The greatness over there.
Right. Welcome to KilKare Speedway.
Well, thank you. This is going to be great because one of the joys of my job is having a chance to travel around the country and see new facilities for the first time. And I've never been here. Larry Rice, my sidekick on the Thunder Series, has been here a number of times and tells me what a great racing facility this is. Multi-purpose with the drag strip and the quarter-midget track. And I've not seen the track. In fact, I have just arrived. And I'm eager to see all these turns that I hear so much about.
It's been described as having as many as 9.
We'll go out and count them after a while.
We'll count them after a while, indeed.
In fact, I want to find a ride and try the track.
Ah! Hope we're getting a videotape left for that.
I'm a little disappointed because when I heard we were coming over, I really thought that Larry and I would be having a match race with maybe local members of the media, and I'm a little disappointed it didn't happen.
No members of the media around here, unless it's got a stick and ball. We won't talk about them. Hey, and walking through the pits.
That gives us a better advantage then.
In walking through the pits tonight, we've got quite an assortment of drivers down there. Tim Steele's back. He's got some Winston Cup experience now. Joel Rutman driving the Rouleau Brothers number 39 car.
Well, of course, you've got the car that's been around. Those guys have been around for a long time, fielding some cars for some very fine drivers. As far as Joe, you know, I can remember when Joe was racing the USAC stock car division. I was an announcer for USAC many, many years ago. He's raced Winston Cup, and probably nobody with any more savvy in the cockpit than Joe Rutman. He's now competing in the super trucks, the NASCAR super trucks. So a lot of experience there. And I think that is what makes ARCA so great because, you know, we have guys coming in from all kinds of stock car backgrounds, and it's really the cream of the crop. And a lot of these guys, as you indicated, have Winston Cup experience, and for whatever reason, not because of lack of talent, maybe a lack of funding, the car is not available, they come back and they run with ARCA. So there's a lot of talent out there, and I think it's delightful that we have a guy that's a hometown hero, Bobby Boucher, that made his debut here back in, I think it was 88, his first race. He's won the last 2 here. The local fans are really enthused about what he can do this evening. And also we have a guy we're going to meet momentarily that we're real fond of from the open wheel ranks in Andy Hillenberg because, you know, he comes out of the midgets and the sprints and the Silver Crown cars, and we'll have a chance momentarily to talk to Andy.
It's going to be a great night of racing here at KilKare.
Well, right now, what do you say? Let's go to the quarter midget track to my sidekick Larry Rice and Andy Hillenberg.
Hey, you're an open wheel guy. What are you doing in the stock car?
Well, I'm not sure actually. I wanted to run the bigger places. I kind of had it figured, you know, maybe to end up at places like Indianapolis someday. And I worked my way through the sprints, the midgets, champ cars, and it just seemed like it stopped there, and I didn't see any relief in sight. So I figured maybe, well, let's go try Daytona, and we did that a few years ago, and it's starting to pay off.
Hey, it was a slow start. It took you a while, but it really has started to pay off here in the last couple of years.
Yes, Daytona was actually my 14th stock car race. We went from running 60, 70 nights a year there around the sprint car tracks in Indiana, and that was only my 14th race in the last 4 years. And now we're starting to get a little bit of momentum, so hopefully we can go back, maybe win again someday.
He won at Daytona. He's been leading the point standings ever since.
Special thanks to Barbara and Richard Chrysler and KilKare Raceway for bringing out the Gary and Larry Show and allowing us to have a couple interviews with them. First up tonight, the Figure 8 feature. Later on tonight, the ARCA Supercar. Francis Jenkins, Gary Seitz, Arliss Williams, Harley Jenkins, Junior Ross, and the brand new number 31 out there, and then the 72 of Mark Estep. As I said before, the ARCA Supercar race. Coming up a little later, we have 3 racing divisions here at KilKare Raceway that are going to race, 3 of the 7, and then the ARCA Supercars, and then the bulk of the feature racing action from KilKare Raceway here tonight. Junior Ross, as I said before, out there in the new number 31, his old car, the old pink bomb, I guess you would call it, getting destroyed almost literally in the Figure 8 Challenge Series here a couple weeks ago on Wednesday, one of the races that Penske Productions did not videotape. Green flag comes out and we are racing. They're side by side as they go into turn number 1. Francis Jenkins and Gary Seitz with Harley Jenkins looking for a way around in third. Francis Jenkins a little sideways down through the crossroads. Francis Jenkins sideways once again through the crossroads as she comes out of the south loop. Gary Seitz now your leader. Now Harley will look to the high side through the north loop. Can't quite get the job done as he does a little agricultural racing in. Junior Ross in the 31 machine. Looks like he's going to take it into the pit area. 98 Gary Seitz your leader. Harley Jenkins in the 4 machine running in second. In third is Mark Estep in 72. Harley Jenkins looks to the high side of Gary Seitz once again through the north loop. Can't quite get the job done. Slight advantage as he comes out of the north loop and down through the crossroads. Harley Jenkins, car number 4, now your leader. Gary Seitz back to second. Mark Estep in the 72 machine running third. Arliss Williams running fourth, and Francis Jenkins in the 5th position. Still Harley Jenkins your leader. Gary Seitz runs in second. Mark Estep with a problem as he comes out of the south loop there in the 72 machine. Francis Jenkins and Arliss Williams both get past. Harley, car number 4, still your leader. Gary Seitz with a spin. Your second place car number 98. He spins as he comes out of the south loop. Everybody will get around as Gary Seitz will take it to the pit area. Mark Estep with a spin in the south loop once again as Harley Jenkins will come up on him to put him a lap down. Or at least try. Jenkins, car number 4, your leader. Running in second now, I believe, is Francis Jenkins. And Arliss Williams running third, I think. Mark Estep, car number 72, now around Arliss Williams for that third position. As Estep slows once again. Jenkins, car number 4, still your leader. As he tries to put a lap on the 10 car of Arliss Williams. And the checkered flag. And your winner is Harley Jenkins. And unofficial results, and stress the unofficial on this one. Harley Jenkins is your winner, no doubt. 72 Mark Estep, and then the 13 of Francis Jenkins, I think. KilKare Modified's up next for their feature. On the pole, car number 7 is Paul Sheffer. Outside him, the 2, Rusty Stroop. Inside second row, Dan Williams. Outside 55, Fred Poole. Inside third row, Tom Randolph. Outside of him, 87, John Fitzgerald. Then in the fourth row, car number 58, Ralph Harrod. And the 77 of Brian Duncan. 67, Lee Raymond is next. 27, Dick Dunleavy Jr. 2, Bill Bartholomew, and the 3 of Gary David. Inside next row, car number 41, John Wilson. The 5 of Toby Alfrey. Car number 75, no name on that driver. And the 53 of Eugene Kelly. KilKare Modifieds. Feature racing event, and as you notice, the sun is still out. All features tonight. We ran no heat races. The ARCA SuperCars did run heat races, but no heat races. This is an all-feature running videotape. White flag comes out, and one more lap will be to green flag racing for the KilKare Modifieds tonight. Let's kick back and relax and listen to this start as these cars really will roar with this track. Several cars spinning out over in turn 1 as we look at the Toby Alfrey machine as he rode the brick wall or the cement wall there. The 58 Ralph Harrod, Paul Sheffer, and Tom Randolph also involved in that one. Toby looks fine as he's moving around and getting the window net down, getting his belts off, getting out of his car. So that's a good sign to see as that car took a wild ride riding along the big cement wall here. That thing going around the outside of the track, whatever that is, he rode that thing. White flag, one more lap to go. Complete restart, 2 wide. Dan Williams and Rusty Stroop on the front row. They'll bring down once again, and we'll try to get this feature underway. Flag comes out. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Into turn number 1. Through turn number 1 into turn number 2, down the back chute. Looking pretty good so far as we got, looks like Rusty Stroop leading it, Tom Randolph and Lee Raymond, your top 3 cars. Dan Williams runs in 3rd. Or excuse me, runs in 4th behind the Lee Raymond machine. As Raymond sideways out of turn number 4 as he was looking for a way around the 22 of Tom Randolph. Your leader still the 2 car, Rusty Stroop. A lot of white cars out here. It's very hard to tell which one's which. But no doubt now about your leader. It's that yellow and bright orange numbered car number 22 of Tom Randolph. We got a car spun on the front straightaway. That's the 3 of Jerry Stapleton. That'll bring out our next caution. 2 laps completed. And we should get a green flag next time by. It's Rusty Stroop, Tom Randolph, Lee Raymond. 1, 2, 3. Dan Williams runs in 3rd or 4th. That looks like the 55 of Fred Poole, and then Bill Bartholomew and John Wilson, I believe. John Wilson with a good ride in the 41 machine. try it one more time to get around Rusty Stroop. Caution coming out just as he passed the 2 machine, and a full lap was not completed. We reverted back to the first, or the last completed green flag lap. And that found Randolph back to second as Lee Raymond looks to the low side, trying to get around Randolph for second and maybe even get around Stroop for the first position. Tom Randolph riding that high line, slight advantage as he comes out of turn number 2. Now, Tom Randolph, car number 22, is your leader. Raymond looks to the high side of Stroop down the front straightaway. Bill Bartholomew with a good run, running back there in 4th. Last year's track champion in the modifieds. He was last year's track champion in the modifieds without ever winning a feature, Bill Bartholomew. Rusty Stroop sideways out of 4. That gives Bartholomew the chance he was looking for as he moves around and now runs 3rd. In 2nd is Lee Raymond, and of course leading it is Tom Randolph as we got a couple more cars spinning out. That was the 53 of Gene Kelly. So it's Randolph, Raymond. Stroop gets his spot back. Bill Bartholomew put back into 4th. Once again, we revert back to the last completed green flag lap for our starts here at KilKare Raceway. As is tradition with most small circle track racing across America, we revert back to the previous green flag lap. That alleviates the problem of a crash as cars are trying to race back to the green flag, as you may see the Winston Cup boys do on Sundays on the big ovals. Green flag has come back out, and once again, Tom Randolph, your leader, but Lee Raymond looking for a way around. It's Randolph, Raymond, and Bill Bartholomew runs in 3rd, and I believe that's Brian Duncan in 4th. It might be Fred Poole. I can't tell. White is the choice of all the cars here at KilKare Raceway, and at least in the modified division it seems like, and it's kind of hard to tell which car is which. Tom Randolph, Lee Raymond, and Bill Bartholomew, your top 3 cars. Dick Dunleavy Jr. looks to the high side of the 55 of Fred Poole. Rusty Stroop running in 4th position. That was the white car running in 4th position. Dick Dunleavy Jr. now 5th, and Fred Poole back to the 6th position in the 55 machine. Tom Randolph, Lee Raymond, Bill Bartholomew, Rusty Stroop, and Dick Dunleavy Jr. Randolph still leading it. That car riding around here like it's on rails. Excuse me. Lee Raymond running in the 2nd position. Dick Dunleavy Jr. looks to the inside of Rusty Stroop. Dick wants that 4th position badly as he continues to maintain that points lead. And we got caution on the track for the ailing car number 77 of Brian Duncan. Smoke coming out of that car. Boy, that engine sounds bad. His day is done, and we're about to see why. I think there's a shot here in just a second of the track as we see water all over the track coming out of turn number 4 and going down the front straightaway on the high side. And there's the shot of the moisture on the high side of the track right as we come out of turn number 4, and the red flag is out. White flag, one more lap, and we'll be back to green flag racing. Once again, Tom Randolph, your leader. Lee Raymond, Bill Bartholomew, Rusty Stroop with a nice run in 4th, and Dick Dunleavy Jr. running back there in 5th. Green flag flies, and we are racing. The really interesting thing about this division, a couple years ago in the modifieds, if there was one, maybe two cars that could run together and make a race of it for the lead, it was really kind of a miracle. And now the modifieds turning into one of the most, if not the most competitive division here out at KilKare Raceway. Each and every week there's about 5 to 8 cars that can definitely win the race, and about 5 or 6 more dark horses that stand a good chance of winning the race also. Tom Randolph, your leader. Car number 67, Lee Raymond, running in second. Dick Dunleavy Jr. now runs third. Bill Bartholomew back to fourth. Dunleavy closing on those leaders, going to try to make this a race of it right here at the end, as Lee Raymond is not being able to find a way around the 22 of Tom Randolph. And that's your checker flag, your winner, car number 22, Tom Randolph, the Rocket Man, and Dan Williams with a spin in 4, and he's going to back it down the track. And he may try to make this one of our big reverse driving finishes. That's a lot of the drivers have been doing lately with a lot of the battling going on, and he does that. He's going to wait until he crosses the line, and Dan Williams makes it across the line. Tom Randolph, your winner. Lee Raymond and Dick Dunleavy Jr. round out your top 3. Once again, your winner, car number 22, the Rocket Man, Tom Randolph. Car number 39, Joe Ruttman, your leader. Marvin Smith getting underneath Roger Blackstock. Marvin Smith, car number 1. Now running in the 5th position. So Marvin Smith having quite a good run here today, running in the 5th position in the Riverside Auto Parts Chevrolet. The 9 of Eric Smith still runs in 4th. Bobby Bowser running in 3rd. Of course, up there in front is the 16 of Tim Steele in 2nd. And your leader, the 39, there he is, Joe Ruttman. The 9 of Eric Smith, of course, from Bloomington, Illinois, Southtown Motorsports Ford. It's a 95 Thunderbird. Eric Smith running out here with no major sponsors on that car. So, nice run for that car here today. And as we look at the leader, Joe Ruttman, if we keep our eyes on this camera as he comes through the corners this time, look at all the rubber that's starting to build up there in front of the camera. You can see it up there in the corners. The track will become quite slippery as these cars scrub off little pieces of rubber that really do act like marbles, and that's what they call them. And if these cars get up in the marbles, they'll be into the wall very quickly. And the question being at this point in the race, does anyone have anything for that car? Car number 39, Joe Ruttman. The Rolla brothers, of course, fielding a car for quite a many years. And Joe Ruttman, the engine explodes in turn 2. We see little pieces of hot metal and a little bit of flames. And as the car comes past, there is no sound. Joe Ruttman is done. After dominating this race, the 39 car goes to the garage area. Car number 16, Tim Steele on the pole. Now for the restart, or on the lead, I should say. Bobby Bowser now back up to second, and Eric Smith runs third after the 39 of Joe Ruttman expires in turn 2. They pick up the throttle, the green flag comes out, and we are racing once again. And Tim Steele in turn 1, he pulls it to the high side. Tim Steele, car number 16, having his problems, so the lead of the race goes back to Bobby Bowser in the 21 machine. Bowser now your leader, as he has inherited the lead. Joe Ruttman and now Tim Steele having their problems here tonight. Tim Steele now finally down to the inside. He'll go into the pit area. This time by, he's already lost at least one lap. He'll go into the pits, and the crew will go to work on that H&S or HS die. I'll get it right here in a second. 95 Thunderbird of Tim Steele. Car number 21 now. Bobby Bowser, your leader. Eric Smith running in second. Marvin Smith, good run for that driver. He runs in third. As we got a good battle going on in the back of the pack as cars are racing and trying to lap other cars also. And we go back to Bobby Bowser and Eric Smith as Smith is closed up on the back bumper of Bowser now. Eric Smith looking for a way around. Eric Smith winning his first ARCA SuperCar race earlier this year. Looking to make it number 2 as he looks to the high side through turns 1 and 2. Car number 9, Eric Smith. Car number 21, Bobby Bowser. And we got a car into the wall down the front stretch. That's the 75 of Bob Schacht. Did not see really what happened, but he made some significant contact with the front stretch wall. And we see the badly damaged rear end of Bob Schacht. The cars come down across the stripe. They get the 1 lap to go signal, this time by the stripe. Once again, it's Bobby Bowser, Eric Smith, Marvin Smith, and I believe in the 4th position, I can't quite tell, I believe it's Roger Blackstock. It is Roger Blackstock in the 12 machine, running in 4th, as we've got a car stalled on the pit exit as we go back to green. Bobby Bowser leads them into turns 1 and 2. Bobby Bowser, car number 21. No stranger to the lead of this race, that's for sure. Question is, does anybody have anything for Bobby Bowser? Will Bobby Bowser be the next leader to have a problem and break? As you can still see the 16 of Tim Steele sitting in the pits. So Tim Steele's day is done. Whatever happened to that car was terminal. And let's talk about Marvin Smith. Marvin Smith in the 1 machine, running in that 3rd position. Marvin Smith having quite a nice run. This man no stranger to the track, as he has had quite a few races and feature wins on this track in many a different car. Car number 1, Marvin Smith, out here running in 3rd. We take a look at the 21 of Bobby Bowser, Quality Farm and Fleets Ford Thunderbird. And will he make this 3 in a row? Eric Smith is trying to find a way around to make this his second ARCA Supercar race. And we got another car spinning over in turn 2. That's the 55 car. Spinning over in turn 2. Don LeDuc in car number 55 will bring out our next caution. And now the question is, who will pit? And we see who will pit. Bobby Bowser, car number 21, goes into the pits. We see the left side tires going on. The crew runs around to the right side. A little wash of the windshield. So Bobby Bowser, a 4-tire change. He goes 1 lap down. We've seen this happen before. Now, can he do it again? Car number 21, Bobby Bowser, mired now in the back of the pack, 1 lap down, but with 4 brand new tires. And we've seen what a difference 4 new tires can make on this KilKare Raceway circuit for these ARCA Supercars. Eric Smith, car number 9, now your leader. Running in second is Marvin Smith in the 1 machine. Then Roger Blackstock in third. Green flag comes back out, and we're back to racing. And we got 2 cars spinning and into the wall. That's the 09 of Bob Dodds on the inside of the track. On the outside and hardest into the wall is the 44 of Randy Churchill. Those 2 cars with significant contact to the turn 4 wall. And Bobby Bowser with a flat tire. The left rear tire on the Bowser machine is flat. He goes back into the pits. The crew goes to work on the car, but he will go 1 more lap down. Bobby Bowser will go at least 2 will be at least 2 laps down after this pit stop. So now Bowser, given quite a chore being 2 laps down to try to come back for the lead of this race. Eric Smith, still your leader. Marvin Smith runs in second. And then it's still Roger Blackstock in the 12 machine in third.
Laps are complete, and your leader is Eric Smith.
Roger Blackstock, another one of those independents out here running with no major sponsor in the 12 machine for Blackstock Racing. The Blackstock Racing Pontiac. As we got the race back underway, I had to look at my cheat sheet here. It's kind of hard to keep your eye on the track and look at the cheat sheet and talk and do everything at the same time. Plus, I'm also chewing gum. That makes it even more difficult. That was a good look at the 12 car of Roger Blackstock, sort of a rainbow colored car. As I said before, no major sponsor on this machine. So Blackstock, another one of those cars with no major sponsorship. Out here doing quite a good job. We've got Eric Smith, another one of the independents with no major sponsor. He's leading the race. And Marvin Smith running in the Riverside Auto Parts Chevrolet, so at least he's got some sort of a major sponsor. Then the 12 of Roger Blackstock running in third. So the independents having quite a nice day out here today. And if it sounds like I'm kind of beating this to death, I am. I'm kind of proud. I like to see the independent boys race like this. And the caution comes back out. I don't see a reason. I believe it's for debris on the track. And we see the red flag for the pits are closed. They allow the field to bunch up, so they close the pits. And they wave the red flag, and then they open the pits once the field has bunched up. But we're getting ready to go back to green. As Eric Smith still leads it, then it's Marvin Smith and Roger Blackstock, your top 3 cars. Running back there in 4th is another familiar face, the O2 machine of Frank Kimmel. So Kimmel with a good run also. As we go back to green flag racing. Now Bowser, the 3rd car in your screen, he's 2 laps down, trying to get around Marvin Smith so he can get up there to Eric Smith and get at least one, if not both, of his laps back. Bobby Bowser in the Quality Farming Fleets, car number 21. Bowser gets around Marvin Smith, and as I said before, this is not a race for position, as Bowser is 2 laps down to the leader. So he needs to get around Eric Smith and then hopefully get another caution and then get around Eric Smith again just to get back on the lead lap to try to make this 3 in a row. Bowser definitely being one of the favorites here, now turning into a dark horse at best at this point, having his work cut out for him at this point in the race. Car number 9, Eric Smith, however, the man with the race in his hands right now, that car looking very good. And remember, Eric Smith is still on the same 4 tires that he started this race on. So Eric Smith, car number 9, not having new tires on his car. The 21 and Bobby Bowser having relatively new tires on his car. So Bowser's car probably will be faster. We see Bowser looking underneath through turns 3 and 4 as Eric Smith slides high, and now Bowser is 1 lap down. Look at the O2 of Frank Kimmel, the Papa John's Chevrolet. As we see Jody Guerra out there still running in the 13 machine. Car number 9, Eric Smith looking really stout. Then again, so was Joe Ruttman in the 39 earlier in this race. And he went out with a blown engine. Still your leader in the 9 machine. Running in second is Marvin Smith in the number 1 machine. And Roger Blackstock, I believe, still runs 3rd, and Frank Kimmel 4th. I believe that's how they're running. I like about the turn 2 camera down there is the sound, as you can hear the cars, the engines roaring around past the camera position. And plus you can hear those tires just kind of squeal every once in a while. As Frank Kimmel, my apologies out to him, he gets around Roger Blackstock for third. Frank Kimmel in the 02 machine now on the back bumper of Marvin Smith in the number 1 machine, who's running in second. So Frank Kimmel, car number 02, now running in third. Inside of Marvin Smith through turns 3 and 4. Frank Kimmel, car number 02, but Marvin Smith using the 69 machine as a pick slams the door in turns 1 and 2. Car number 69 is Todd Kuhn, the lap car that Marvin Smith and Frank Kimmel now get around. Now the 00 of Chet Blanton, they'll go past. It's Marvin Smith, car number 1, running in second. And the 02 of Frank Kimmel running in third. And there's the 9 of Eric Smith, your leader, about to put, or trying to put, Bobby Bowser another lap down. So Bowser having his problems here tonight. Appears that he will not make it for 3 in a row. But Eric Smith, car number 9, looking real stout for his second ARCA Supercar victory of the year. Smith now to the inside of Bowser. Remember, this is not for position. Bowser is 1 lap down, about to go another 2 laps down to your leader, car number 9, Eric Smith. Lap traffic ahead, that will play a role as they are side by side right in front of your leader, Eric Smith in the 9 machine. Now Smith getting around Bowser. Now he gets around the 7 of Mark Gibson. And the 02 of Frank Kimmel having got around Marvin Smith, the number 1 car. He runs in second. He's right on the back bumper and into the inside of Eric Smith. Car number 02, Frank Kimmel trying to get around Eric Smith's car number 9. As they continue to battle in and out of lap traffic. Now going around the 6-car Perry Tripp. Now the 33 of Harris Devane. The 55 of Don LeDuc will be the next one. Now car number 9, Eric Smith. A little bit of advantage on the 02 of Frank Kimmel. Marvin Smith runs in third. Roger Blackstock, good run for that driver. He runs in fourth. Car number 9, Eric Smith. Smith looking to the high side of Robbie Pyle, car number 8. Gets around with no problem as Pyle stays to the inside. As I said before, Robbie Pyle coming up from the ARCA Pro 4 ranks. He's been the reigning division champion for the ARCA Pro 4s, I think the past 2 years or so. And trying his hand in the ARCA Supercars and actually having quite a nice run early on in the race, running up in as high as 4th position. Still out there running on the track. As we continue to watch the car number 9 of Eric Smith. That car riding quite nicely, thank you. On 4 old tires that he started with. Smith taking a different route to leading this race than Bobby Bowser has in the past. Bobby Bowser choosing to come in and get tires, and Eric Smith with 1 lap to go, riding 149.5, now coming up to lap 150. Eric Smith, car number 9, your winner of the ARCA SuperCars Summer 150 1995 edition. And as I said before, he did it without any pit stops and with the same 4 tires he started the race with. Car number 9, Eric Smith, your winner. Frank Kimmel, car number 02, will bring her home second. Marvin Smith third, and I believe Roger Blackstock will be finishing fourth.
Eric Smith climbs out of the cockpit. The Southtown Motorsports Sport all the way to victory lane. Eric Smith with a big wave from up on top. Eric, again, congratulations for the crew. Eric, do me a favor, turn around this way if you would, my good man. Congratulations on a great drive.
Thank you very much. Oh, that was just fun.
Did you think you could make it from the checkered flag all the way to the green on the same 4 tires?
Well, I didn't know. I figured if I just took my time and paced
Do you
myself,
think they'd get mad if I did that?
I just hope for the best.
Came to tomorrow?
I knew the tires that went all the way before. Hoosier tires are great, so I figured they'd go all the way.
What does this win mean to you in your 1995 season?
This is great. You know, this is the second one we've won. We're looking for sponsorships. Everything we can do sure helps.
If you're looking for a winner to sponsor, this is a great place to start right here. Congratulations, Eric.
Thanks a lot.
Your winner tonight for the ARCA Bondo Barhide SuperCars Summer 150, Eric Smith.
Next up, the KilKare Pure Stock feature of the night. 17, Jason Estes, Ansel Massey in the 99. Gary Seitz and Harley Jenkins in row number 2. Danny Suffren and Brian Coleman, I believe, in row number 3. No, 40, Eddie Simpson. 21, Brian Coleman. 10, Arliss Williams. And the 69 of Jeff Isbell. Outside of Danny Suffren is, of course, Dave Ellis in the 34 machine. There's Dave. I'd like to mention the Hannah Children Education Fund. If you want to contribute, send your checks to Sharonville Auto Body, Budget Tow, 11478 Reading Road, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45241. Green flag comes out and we are racing. Jason Estes, car number 17 on the inside, and through is your leader, 99 Ansel Massey, but we got a car spinning down the back straightaway. That's the 28 of Danny Suffren. That'll bring out a caution. Ansel Massey in car number 99 goes up in smoke. He'll take it into the pits. Excuse me, as we get a white flag, one more lap to go. Once again, Sharonville Auto Body, Budget Tow, 11478 Reading Road, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45241. That's the address for the Hannah Children Education Fund. Green flag once again, Jason Estes, Harley Jenkins. And Estes lead going in turns 1 and 2. Harley Jenkins right on his back bumper. Gary Seitz and Dave Ellis battle for that third position. Now Seitz spins in 4. He'll collect the Ellis machine as both cars end up into the turn 4 wall. Caution once again on the track, and still no laps completed.
We still have 0 laps.
White flag, and hopefully we'll be racing next time by. Jason Estes, Harley Jenkins, Danny Suffren, Dave Ellis, Eddie Simpson, Brian Coleman, Arliss Williams, Jeff Isbell. And back there in back to pack in the other 99 car is Ansel Massey, driving the car normally driven by. Green flag comes out. Car normally driven by Randy Brenneman in the beginner street stocks, and Ansel Massey bringing it out here tonight to continue racing in the pure stocks. Jason Estes, your leader. Danny Suffren, Harley Jenkins side by side for second as Eddie Simpson spins down the front straightaway into the infield, and no caution. Eddie Simpson spins and is out of harm's way in the infield, and we will remain green. 28 of Danny Suffren inside of Harley Jenkins. Suffren a little sideways as he comes out of turn number 4. Eddie Simpson comes back on the track over in turn 2. Right in front of the leaders, but he gets on going and is out of harm's way. And Eddie Simpson almost a full lap down. And Harley Jenkins with a spin in 4. He keeps it out of the wall. And we've got other cars spinning. Brian Coleman, 28 of Danny Suffren. Looks like Eddie Simpson also involved in that.
Arliss Williams.
And we have 2 laps completed.
Jeff Isbell.
As I said before, ARCA SuperCars, 150 laps on here, and you can see the pieces of rubber, the marbles on the high side of the track. Plus, as you can also tell, there is a fog here, and kind of a dewy fog, and that is also settling on the track and making that track very slippery here tonight. So the drivers and the track officials trying to do their best job that they can do to get this race in. Jason Estes, Danny Suffren, and Dave Ellis bring it down to the green flag, and we are racing once again. Brian Coleman in the 21 machine running back there in 4th. Suffren looks to the inside of Estes coming out of turn number 4. Estes slams the door. Going in turns 1 and 2. And Dave Ellis, car number 34, riding that high line. They come through turns 3 and 4. Dave Ellis slides high and loses about 3 positions as Dave Ellis drops back to the 4th position behind Brian Coleman. Suffren looking for a way around the 17 of Jason Estes. Suffren looking in the to the inside through turns 1 and 2. Can't quite get the job done as Jason Estes slams the door. Once again, looking to the inside as he comes out of turn number 4. Suffren and Estes make contact. Estes spins. Gets nailed by several cars. Brian Coleman and then Harley Jenkins hard. First into the rear end and then into the front end of the Jason Estes machine. So this race is under caution once again. we take a look at the Brian Coleman machine sitting over there in turn number 3. Flat tire on the 28 of Danny Suffren. And Jason Estes, car number 17. There is your winner of your race. Beyond that, I don't know, but I do know. Official scoring, car number 17, Jason Estes, your winner. Going out on the hook. And there is the 4 of Harley Jenkins.
Next week.
As the crowd yells out, maybe next week.
Well.
All right, coming up next, the beginner stock feature. On the pole, car number 7, Neil McClellan. Outside him, the 52, Mike Miller. 99, Randy Brenneman. We've seen that car before out here tonight. 75, Brian Coulter outside of him. Then Tyrone Tarr in the 55. And not Lori Elmore, but Lori Crank in car number 30. Congratulations to Lori and Johnny Crank. 34, Leonard Preston in the 58 of Fred Moore Jr. Then it's the 28 of Justin Alsip, the 11 of Rick Stollard, and out back, car number 13, that is Gary Williams. Beginner stock feature. Flagman Frank Brock with the white flag in his hand, signifying one more lap to go. It has been a long night. Neil McClellan, Mike Miller, bring him down, coming out of turn number 4. The green flag flies, and we are racing. And McClellan and Miller get together. Mike Miller goes around, everybody scrambles, and everybody gets by, but that'll bring a caution out with no laps completed. And this could be a very long night. As I said before, the track very slippery between the marbles from the ARCA SuperCar tires. We also had plenty of water dumped down in turn number 2. One of the crew from one of the ARCA SuperCars, and 99 Randy Brenneman spins in turn 1, and Lori Elmore into the front end. Neil McClellan into the back of Lori Elmore. Tyrone Tarr also involved, and caution once again. White flag comes back out, and we should get green flag next time by. As I said before, as I was going to say, after the race, one of the crew people from one of the ARCA SuperCars was dumping some water out of their little crash cart and decided that it would make it a lot lighter if he dumped the water out, and dumped it all over turn number 2 as he was going back to the pit area. So we appreciate that. Thank you. Car number 52, Mike Miller, brings him down again to the green flag, and hopefully we'll get to racing this time as the 75 of Brian Coulter picks up second. Justin Alsip runs in third, Fred Moore Jr. in fourth, and Rick Stoller riding the high side to fifth. To the inside of Brian Coulter down the front straightaway. Justin Alsip, car number 28, now runs in second. Your leader is still the 52, Mike Miller. Brian Coulter back to third. In fourth is the 58 of Fred Moore Jr. Once again, Justin Alsop to the inside, the 52 of Mike Miller. Car number 28, Justin Alsop, now your leader. Car number 52, Mike Miller runs in second. The 75 of Brian Cottrell now runs third. Now Cottrell to the inside of Mike Miller. White flag, one more lap to go for your leader, Justin Alsop. As the KilKare officials have shortened this race just a little bit so that we might all go home tonight. Car number 28, Justin Alsop, your winner. The 52, Mike Miller runs second. 75, Brian Cottrell runs third. Looks like Fred Moore Jr. fourth, and Rick Stollard back there in that fifth position. Once again, your winner, Justin Alsop, and Mike Miller, and Brian Cottrell rounding out your top three. Once again, your winner, car number 28, Justin Alsop. All right, the mini stock feature up next. Car number 18, that's Tim Hare, and the 2 of Randy Donahue. And the 54 of Jason Mahaffey, 71 is Kurt Otto. Car number 12 is Kenny Reef, and the 6 of Ron Wells. Car number 28, Larry Felix is next, and then the 16 of Kelly Ambergy. Jeff Wickman in the 19, the 42 of Greg Howard. Gene Crace in the 01, and the 24 of Jeff Foltz. And out back, car number 25, Mike Risley, and no name on the 10 car. He did fill out a driver's information form, so the track didn't even have any information on him. But car number 10 out here racing tonight. I'd like to make a mention of the car number 25, which has the Pinstrok Production name on the back of it. Mike Risley, a good friend, and asked if he could put my name on his camera, or the company name on his car, and we said yes. And this was several years ago, and has always kept it on his car. He said as long as he has a car, it'll be back there. So thank you, Mike, for running the Pinstrok Productions car out here tonight. Green flag flies, and we are racing. I'd like to take this opportunity to remind you that not only does Pinstrok Productions videotape here at KilKare Speedway, but at Columbus Motor Speedway, KilKare Dragway, and Winchester Speedway. For the Midwest's finest video racing series, Pinstrok Productions. Car number 2, Randy Donahue, your leader. Car number 6, 71, Kurt Otto, right on his tail in the second place. The 12 of Kenny Reef and the 6 of Ron Wells connect. Reef goes around, and everybody scrambles, but they all get by as Kenny Reef goes around in turn number 2. Good look at Justin Alsop over in the KilKare victory lane, just off of turn 4. Getting his pictures taken by Peggy Isaacs. Once again, we want to wish good health to Earl Isaac, photographer out here for many a year. At home ailing from, or recovering, I should say, not ailing from, recovering from open heart surgery, and we hope Earl gets well very quickly and gets back here to the track real soon. We miss you, Earl. Car number 2, Randy Donahue. Car number 24, Jeff Foltz now runs in second, and it's Kenny Reef and Greg Howard with a good ride in the 42 machine. Green flag comes back out, and Jeff Foltz wastes no time to the high side through 1, and in 2, he has the lead. Car number 24, Jeff Foltz, the dominator of the mini stock division. He's your leader once again. Randy Donahue running in second. Greg Howard now runs third. Kenny Reef back to fourth. And the caution comes out once again. We'll get a reline back up and hopefully get a start next time by. Car number 24, Jeff Foltz, your leader. Car number 42, Greg Howard runs in second. Randy Donahue in the 2 machine, third. And the 12 of Kenny Reef, fourth. The 18 of Tim Hare, the 6 of Ron Wells, 28 Larry Felix, and 19 Jeff Whitman. Howard looking to the inside, a little tap from Jeff Foltz saying, hey, I'm back here. Foltz, though, steps on the throttle as he comes out of turn number 4, and he is gone immediately. As we pick up the battle in the back of the pack between the Larry Felix and Jeff Wickman machines. They're side by side. Kurt Otto and Gene Crace also side by side. And Mike Risley looking for a way around the Gene Crace machine. Mike Risley, car number 25, looking to the inside of the 19 of Jeff Wickman now. So the 25 of Mike Risley, his first time out this year, with a nice run. Risley looking to the inside of Larry Felix down the front straightaway. Mike Risley in the 25 machine. Gets around Felix in turn number 1. Jeff Foltz, your leader, and Greg Howard has caught back up to Jeff Foltz and is closing rapidly on your leader. Greg Howard right on the back bumper of Jeff Foltz now. Car number 42, Greg Howard. And now Greg Howard, he is right there, knocking at the back door of Jeff Foltz's car number 24. Lap traffic now. They go outside the 10 machine, inside the 16 of Kelly Ambergy as he slides high. Foltz with the slight advantage as he came out around those lap cars, but now Howard closing right back up on his back bumper. Car number 42, Greg Howard. With a little something extra for Jeff Foltz tonight. Mike Risley looking to the inside of the 18 of Tim Hare. They make contact in turn number 1. Hare goes around. All right, Jeff Foltz, your leader, car number 42. Then it's the 2 of Randy Donahue running in third. Good run for this driver. 6 of Ron Wells, 71 Kurt Otto, 12 of Kenny Reef. As the laps continue to wind down here tonight for the mini stock feature. Greg Howard right on the back bumper of Jeff Foltz. Foltz once again steps on the throttle and he is gone. 42, Greg Howard runs in second. Ron Wells to the high side of Randy Donahue. Donahue slides a little bit in turns 1 and 2. Wells gets around for third. Kurt Otto get around for fourth. Randy Donahue back to fifth now. White flag for your leader, car number 24, Jeff Foltz. Greg Howard still runs in second. And as he comes out of turn number 4, car number 24, Jeff Foltz, your winner. Car number 42, Greg Howard, will get second. And that's how they'll finish. Jeff Foltz, Greg Howard, and Ron Wells in the 6 machine rounds out your top 3. Once again, your winner, car number 24, Jeff Foltz. And our final feature of the night, the Pro Street Stock feature. On the pole, car number 92, John Matuszewski. The 31 of Junior Ross. 32, Jerry Johns Jr., the 3 of David Barnhart. 51, Dave Renner. 22 is Tom Randolph. 28, Gene Stump. Steve Rickert. 67, Dave Sewell. Jerry John Sr., Chuck McClure. And Tom Randolph, that was a 55 of Fred Poole before. And Johnny Crank and John Lober. So the 55 of Fred Poole on the outside of the 51 of Dave Renner. Sorry about that, Fred. They pick up the throttle as they come out of turn number 4. And the green flag flies. Junior Ross slides high in turns 1 and 2. Your early leader, John Matuszewski, in the 92 machine. Ross into the turn 4 wall very hard in the 31 machine. He'll take it immediately to the pit area in turn 1. So the 31 machine out of it. John Matuszewski, your leader. The 32, Jerry Johns Jr. running in second. 51, Dave Renner third, and the 55 of Fred Poole runs in fourth. Jerry Johns Jr. looks inside of the 92 machine. Matuszewski slides high. The 51 of Dave Renner also gets around. Your leader, car number 32, Jerry Johns Jr., Dave Renner, runs in second. Fred Poole third, Steve Rickert fourth, as John Matuszewski continues to backpedal through the pack. Jerry Johns Jr., your leader. 51, Dave Renner running in second. 55, Fred Poole in third. Scrambling back there in the pack. Steve Rickert getting a little sideways, so was Fred Poole. Your leader is still the 32, Jerry Johns Jr. Dave Renner runs in second. 55, Fred Poole. 67, Steve Rickert. Once again, I'd like to take this opportunity to remind you that not only does Pennstroke Productions videotape here at KilKare Speedway, but at KilKare Dragway, Columbus Motor Speedway, and Winchester Speedway for the Midwest's finest video racing series, Pennstroke Productions. White flag comes out for your leader, car number 32, Jerry Johns Jr. We got a good battle going on between Steve Rickard and Doug McClure. Chuck McClure. Oh boy. And your winner, car number 32, Jerry Johns Jr. 51. Dave Renner will finish second. And on that, I'm not too sure, other than Jerry Johns Jr., your winner. Dave Renner, fine run for that man in second. And last year's track champion for the Pro Streets, Fred Poole, finishes third. And that'll about do it for us tonight. I'm Nate Pennington, and for Bill Yo over in Turn 2, and also Chris Moore, who helped shoot the ARCA Supercar races for us tonight. My wife Kim and Duchess. We'll see you at the track.